There will be times in life when no one believes in you, times when the world doubts your abilities, when people laugh at your dreams, when critics say you're not enough. In those moments, there is only one belief that matters, the belief you hold in yourself. Self-belief is the foundation of achievement. Before anyone else will trust you, before any door will open for you, you must first believe in your own worth and potential. Every great accomplishment begins with someone saying, "I can." The Wright brothers believed they could fly when the world said it was impossible. Oprah Winfrey believed she could succeed despite rejection after rejection. Steve Jobs believed in his vision even when Apple fired him from his own company. Believing in yourself doesn't mean arrogance. It doesn't mean thinking you're perfect. It means having faith in your ability to grow, to learn, and to figure things out. It means saying, "I may not know everything, but I trust myself to keep going until I succeed." Here's the truth. The world reflects the belief you project. If you doubt yourself, others will too. But if you stand tall with confidence, others will start to see your vision. Self-belief also fuels resilience. When setbacks come, your belief in yourself is what gives you strength to rise again. When doors close, belief gives you the courage to knock on new ones. But self-belief isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. You build it by keeping promises to yourself, by working on your skills, by celebrating small wins, and by refusing to let failure define you. So today I ask you, do you believe in yourself? Do you trust your abilities enough to chase the life you want? Because when you believe in yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Inspiration may light a fire in your heart, but discipline is what keeps the flame alive when the winds of doubt and distraction blow against you. Discipline is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. It is the secret ingredient that transforms vision into achievement. Without it, dreams remain wishes. With it, the impossible becomes possible. Think about the greatest athletes, musicians, and leaders. They don't rely on fleeting motivation. They rely on discipline. The runner doesn't always feel like training at 5 a.m. The writer doesn't always feel like writing another page. The entrepreneur doesn't always feel like working late into the night. But they do it anyway because discipline beats feelings. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It means saying no to distractions and yes to progress. The beauty of discipline is that it compounds. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build confidence. Every time you push through resistance, you grow stronger. And every time you choose discipline over comfort, you get closer to the life you want. Discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from wasted potential, freedom from living a life of what if. So, if you want success, don't chase motivation. Build discipline, wake up early, even when the bed feels warm. Go to the gym, even when you feel tired. Study, even when your friends are partying. Discipline may feel hard in the moment, but it creates a life of ease later. Ask yourself this: do you want the pain of discipline today or the pain of regret tomorrow? Choose wisely. Because in the end, discipline doesn't just create success, it creates you into the person capable of holding that success. What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you? Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty, telling everybody you're sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7-star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up, awaken the beast inside, it's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life? You got a problem with your environment? Do something about it. If you want it, go get it. Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is a pill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult. If you want it, you've got to go. This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity. This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you want to have it, lift your butt up and make it happen. If you want to have it, rise and grind. You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie. Every great journey begins with a single step. Every skyscraper begins with one brick. Every powerful river begins with a single drop of water. Yet, so often, we hesitate to take that first step because we think it's too small, too insignificant, or too slow. Today, I want to remind you of the incredible power of starting small. Look around you, every success story you admire. Every entrepreneur, every athlete, every leader, they all started somewhere. Apple began in a garage. Amazon began as an online bookstore. Serena Williams began with a single tennis ball in her hand. They didn't begin at the top. They began at the bottom, just like you and me. The problem is that we often compare our beginning with someone else's middle or someone else's peak. We look at successful people and think, I'll never be like them, forgetting that they too once stood at the starting line. Starting small is not a weakness, it is the foundation of greatness. Think about a seed. It's tiny, fragile, almost invisible. But when nurtured, that seed can grow into a mighty tree, providing shade, shelter, and fruit for generations. Without the courage to plant the seed, the tree never exists. When you start small, you give yourself permission to learn, to adapt, and to grow. You don't need to have all the answers today. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. The small actions you take today compound over time into massive results. Write one page every day, and in a year you have a book. Save a small amount each week, and in a few years you have a financial cushion. Work out for 10 minutes daily, and in months you'll see transformation. The secret is consistency, not intensity. So if you've been waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect resources, stop waiting. The perfect time doesn't exist. The only perfect time is now. Your dreams don't need a giant leap. They need a small step today. So my challenge to you is this: start small, but start now. Plant that seed, take that step, and let time, persistence, and faith turn your small beginnings into something extraordinary. Remember, starting small is not the opposite of success, it is the doorway to it. Every one of us has a comfort zone, a safe place where things feel easy, predictable, and familiar. But here's the truth: nothing extraordinary ever happens in your comfort zone. Growth lives outside of it. Success lives outside of it. Transformation lives outside of it. The life you dream of is not hiding in the shadows of your fears, it's waiting on the other side of them. And the bridge between where you are and where you want to be is called courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward despite the fear. It means you acknowledge the butterflies in your stomach and still take the step. Think about history's greatest leaders, inventors, and changemakers. They weren't fearless, they were courageous. Rosa Parks was scared when she refused to give up her seat, but she chose courage. Wright brothers didn't know if their invention would fly or crash, but they chose courage. Elon Musk faced bankruptcy more than once, but he chose courage. Courage is not about the absence of fear, it's about the presence of purpose. Every time you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, you expand it. What once felt impossible becomes normal. The speech you were afraid to give becomes natural. The skill you thought you couldn't learn becomes second nature. The business you were scared to start becomes your reality. Yes, courage will test you. You will feel vulnerable. You will feel uncertain. But remember this, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So my challenge to you is simple. Take one courageous step today. Speak up. Try something new. Face the fear that's been holding you back. Because in the end, your comfort zone may keep you safe, but it will never make you great. We live in a world of constant distraction notifications. Endless scrolling, countless choices, and 1,000 voices competing for our attention. In this noisy world, one skill has become more valuable than ever: focus. Focus is the ability to direct your energy toward what truly matters and block out everything else. It is the difference between being busy and being productive. It is the secret weapon that turns effort into achievement. Think of a magnifying glass. When sunlight passes through it unfocused, it warms the paper. But when concentrated to a single point, it creates fire. That's what focus does. It transforms scattered effort into powerful results. The most successful people are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented, they are the most focused. They know what they want, and they channel their energy into that goal with laser precision. But focus requires discipline. It means saying no to distractions. It means ignoring what's urgent to pursue what's important. It means resisting the temptation to chase 10 things at once and instead going all in on one. Focus also requires clarity. You can't focus if you don't know your priorities. Define your vision, identify your goals, then commit to them fully. Of course, distractions will always be there. But remember, every time you choose focus, you take control of your future. Every time you allow distractions to win, you give away your power. So ask yourself, are you spreading your energy thin, or are you directing it with purpose? Are you scattering your time, or are you sharpening your focus? Because success doesn't come to those who do everything. It comes to those who focus on the right things consistently. Guard your attention, protect your focus, and your dreams will become reality. If there is one trait that separates those who achieve greatness from those who quit halfway, it is persistence. Not talent, not luck, not resources, persistence. Persistence is the refusal to give up, no matter how many times you fall. It is the decision to stand back up when the world expects you to stay down. It is the relentless spirit that whispers, "Try again," even when everything in you wants to stop. Think about history's greatest achievers. Abraham Lincoln lost multiple elections before becoming president. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Colonel Sanders faced over 1,000 rejections before someone agreed to sell his fried chicken recipe. What do they all have in common? Persistence. The truth is, success rarely comes quickly. The road to achievement is filled with obstacles, failures, and disappointments. Most people stop when it gets hard. They let frustration or rejection defeat them, but the persistent keep going. Persistence doesn't mean blindly repeating the same mistakes. It means learning, adjusting, and trying again with greater wisdom. It means seeing each failure not as a wall, but as a stepping stone. The beauty of persistence is that it compounds. The longer you stick with something, the more momentum you build. Persistence creates breakthroughs that talent alone cannot. So ask yourself, how badly do you want it? Badly enough to fail 10 times? 100 times? Because the truth is, your dream doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. The next time you feel like giving up, remember this: the darkest night comes before the sunrise. Your breakthrough may be one more attempt away. Don't stop, don't quit. Persist, and success will eventually have no choice but to appear. Life is not always fair. It throws challenges, heartbreaks, and setbacks at us when we least expect them. But what separates the broken from the unshakable is one quality: resilience. Resilience is the ability to bend but not break, to be knocked down but to rise stronger, to face storms and still find the courage to keep moving forward. We often think strength means never falling, but true strength lies in rising again after the fall. The strongest trees are not the ones that never face wind, they are the ones whose roots grow deeper every time the storm hits. Think of Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing as a child yet became a global inspiration. Think of Malala Yousafzai, who survived an attack meant to silence her and instead grew louder in her fight for education. Think of countless ordinary people who overcome illness, poverty, or tragedy and turn their pain into power. Resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It doesn't mean you never cry or struggle. It means you refuse to stay down. You choose to keep moving forward, one step at a time. The key to resilience is perspective. Instead of asking, "Why me?" resilient people ask, "What now?" Instead of seeing problems as punishment, they see them as preparation. Every challenge becomes a chance to grow. Resilience also grows when we lean on others. Support, love, and community help us carry burdens too heavy to bear alone. So, when life knocks you down, don't give up. Don't let adversity define you. Let it refine you. Because resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving despite the storm. In a world that constantly tells us to want more, achieve more, and chase more, it's easy to forget the power of gratitude. But gratitude is not just saying thank you. Gratitude is a mindset, a way of seeing the world, and one of the most powerful forces for happiness and success. Why? Because gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of dwelling on what you lack, you celebrate what you already have. Instead of complaining about what went wrong, you recognize what went right. And when you train your mind to see blessings, life starts to feel richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Scientific studies even prove this: people who practice gratitude regularly are happier, healthier, and more resilient. Gratitude reduces stress, strengthens relationships, and improves performance. But here's the catch. Gratitude doesn't just happen. It has to be practiced. It's easy to complain, but it takes discipline to be thankful. Start small. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be big. Maybe it's your morning coffee, the smile of a loved one, or simply the gift of being alive today. This simple practice rewires your brain to focus on abundance instead of scarcity. Gratitude also changes how you treat others. When you express appreciation to your family, your team, your friends, you strengthen bonds. People want to give more when they feel valued. Leaders who practice gratitude inspire loyalty. Even in difficult times, gratitude has power. You may not be thankful for the pain, but you can be thankful for the lessons it teaches. You may not be grateful for the storm, but you can be grateful for the strength it builds in you. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your struggles. It means recognizing that even in the struggle, there are blessings. So today, choose gratitude, say thank you more often. Notice the good, celebrate the little things. Because when you practice gratitude, you stop waiting for happiness, you create it. Leadership is often misunderstood. Many people think leadership is about titles, positions, or authority. But true leadership is not about power, it is about responsibility. It is not about being served, it is about serving. At its core, leadership is influence. It's the ability to inspire, guide, and uplift others toward a common goal. And the greatest leaders throughout history understood this truth. Leadership begins not with the crown on your head, but with the example you set. Think of Mahatma Gandhi. He didn't have wealth, an army, or political office, yet he led millions by living the values he preached. Think of Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years in prison with forgiveness in his heart, uniting a divided nation. Think of modern leaders who empower their teams, who listen before they speak, who give credit instead of taking it. Great leaders are not dictators, they are visionaries. They see a future others can't yet see, and they inspire people to believe in it too. They don't push from behind, they walk alongside their people. But leadership is not easy. It requires courage, humility, and sacrifice. It means making tough decisions. It means taking responsibility when things go wrong and giving credit when things go right. Leadership also begins with self-leadership. You cannot guide others if you cannot guide yourself. Discipline, integrity, and self-awareness are the foundation of true leadership. So, whether you are leading a company, a family, or even just yourself, remember, leadership is not about control, it's about impact. It's not about how many people follow you, but how many lives are better because you led. True leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. Time is the most valuable currency we have. Unlike money, once time is spent, it's gone forever. You can earn back lost dollars, but you can never earn back lost hours. That is why mastering time management is not just about productivity, it's about life itself. Every one of us is given the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between success and regret is not the amount of time, it's how we use it. Too many people live as if they have unlimited time. They procrastinate, waste hours scrolling, or spend their days reacting instead of planning. Then, years later, they look back with regret. Time management begins with clarity. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? What are my priorities? Because when everything is important, nothing is important. You must decide what deserves your time and what doesn't. Second, plan with intention. Successful people don't let the day control them, they control the day. They schedule their priorities instead of prioritizing their schedule. They make time for growth, for family, for health, and for dreams, not just for endless distractions. Third, learn to say no. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something meaningful. Guard your time the way you would guard your most valuable treasure, because it is. Finally, remember that time management is not about cramming more tasks into your day. It's about making space for what matters most. Balance is as important as hustle. Rest, reflection, and relationships are just as vital as work. The truth is this: your life is not measured in years. It's measured in how you use your hours. So, don't waste your time waiting. Don't waste it doubting. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. Use your time wisely, and it will reward you with a life worth remembering. We live in a world that glorifies success. Social media shows us highlight reels, magazine covers feature billionaires, and we celebrate victories with applause and admiration. But what we don't see enough of are the failures, the mistakes, the sleepless nights, and the setbacks that every single success is built upon. Today I want to talk about something powerful: embracing failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. It is the stepping stone that takes you closer to your dreams. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had stopped at failure number 100, or 1,000, or 9,999. The light bulb might never have existed. The problem is that most people quit after their first failure. They see it as proof they're not good enough. But failure is not proof of weakness. It is proof that you are trying, that you are daring to step outside your comfort zone. Think about every skill you've ever learned. Did you walk perfectly the first time you tried as a baby? Did you ride a bicycle flawlessly on your first attempt? No, you fell. You stumbled, you scraped your knees. But you got back up, and that's how you learned. Life works the same way. Failure teaches us lessons success never could. It builds resilience, it sharpens our strategies, and it strengthens our character. So the next time you fail, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What is this teaching me?" Because every failure is feedback. Every failure is a teacher. Greatness is not measured by how many times you succeed, it's measured by how many times you stand back up after falling. So let failure fuel you, not stop you. Let it be the fire that forges you into someone unstoppable. Remember this: success is never final, failure is never fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts.